It is time.
Let's check it out. This is Fred again with Bleu from Better With Time on Galaxy Jams Reacts.
It's an interesting way to use auto-tune.
Interesting note for the bass that he chose to come in on there. I was kind of shocking. I was not expecting that note to be the note he came in on with the bass.
Right.
That was pretty cool, though. I like that. What do you think, Mike?
It sounded like Bicep, but if they lived in L.A.
Yeah?
instead. Because they did have like that, kind of like arpeggiated-ish synth kind of dancing on top, but it sounded so much more like city and so much more poppy. And, he's a really, really prolific producer, and it's kind of hard to get to that level without having things sound like what people want to listen to right now. And it sounds like a boppy, fun tune that's at a club, but also something that you could listen to introspectively driving in the car and being a sad boy, right? So it's cool. It's cool that they're able to hit both of those marks at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you think, Kai?
So this was actually his voice, or was this something he sampled? Because I know he said he does it sometimes.
He was like singing in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I actually think it's interesting when electronic artists specifically will do stuff like that, because almost all the time I'll always see them just sampling things.
Or just singing. It's either one or the other.
One or the other, yeah. But it's usually not the actual person who produces that is doing the singing right then and there. But that's pretty neat. Now, at first, I thought it was, is this a live recording, or is it just using ambiance from like live
this is the official single,
so he's using that as an effect. I thought that was cool.
maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe, yeah.
It might
who
just
knows?
be something he's throwing in the video. I mean, that's what we've been seeing the whole show, I've noticed, is that in the videos they're throwing in different effects and stuff that is not actually what's in the recording, which I think is like an interesting way to do that.
What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I haven't listened to a ton of his stuff, but I saw that Boiler Room performance that got really huge lately, and he pretty much played like all his own stuff and listened to one of his records, and yeah, he's really good at like towing this line between like something that is like very pop leaning, but he has all the vocals and the lyrical content, and just the way the chord changes and the melody structure have this like nostalgic kind of feel built into them. So yeah, like you said, it's both things. It's like it feels like a party, but it feels like you can be a little bit more introspective in it, which it's great. I mean, the sounds to me, it all sounds like very like in the box digital, like he gets these like samples and puts them together, but like I think he makes them work. And if you haven't seen the Boiler Room thing, definitely check that out. Like he does segments where he's doing this like finger MPC drumming that is
cool.
really nice addition to a DJ set.
Yeah, it also reminds me a lot of Porter Robinson because I feel like Porter Robinson does a lot of like pop leaning things, but also has this kind of like almost indie, emo, raw, emotional type of thing, which I think that this song and a lot of Fred Again's other music kind of touches on.
Yeah, Porter Robinson, and I would even say like Maddion is like that too.
Right.
Like they're kind of all in that same group.
Yeah, that same kind of thing like Seven Lions, where it's like that same kind of like emotional EDM pop thing, right?
Definitely.
That makes you drive around the car like a sad boy.
Yeah.
You do that a lot, Michael?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, one thing I noticed that pretty much every single song that we've listened to today has in common is like this really wet, non-specific bass. You know, like I feel like the bass has just been kind of this like wave as opposed to like solid notes, like in
individual
actual tones, right? Which I thought was like interesting that like tied like every single thing that we just listened to together.
It opens up space for other things. And we actually did that a lot on our most recent record where I'm doing more focused on modular stuff. So there's a lot of these like, longer droning bass parts. And then, what's the more the motion is what's happening on other parts over top of it.
Right.
But I think someone pointed out, like you said, like you didn't expect the note he came into. And this is this is a great example of, I mean, a lot of pop producers use this, but it's almost like a constant chorus. You know, it's like it never is really like resolving back to the tonic. It sort of sets it up, and you feel like it's always like not quite getting there. Like Todd Terje has some great stuff like that, where it gives it this like sense of like it could almost like go on forever.
Yeah,
but,
the party that never stops.
There's some great like I think of some like Katy Perry songs that kind of do the same thing where they set up the tonic, but then for like the rest of the song it never comes back to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great, because then you could, like you said, listen to it forever. It also makes it that when a DJ is like dropping it into a set, it's like a lot easier for him to play around with it too.
That's true.
And like add different things, and he doesn't have to worry about like landing
Never
like
resolves,
right. Landing like right where it has to be. Right.
Yeah. No, it was, and I found that note actually kind of created like this weird tension for me for a minute, which was kind of cool.
Because you don't know, like your brain is like getting ready for the next thing, but like right when you're going down, it's like you have this other thing going up, and you're just kind of like riding this like weird fizziness like the whole time.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a fun little party type song.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, you know, I think that Fred again is going to be like a major player in electronic music, and listening to that and Daft Punk, was really interesting because I feel like what we just listened to, I feel like is one of those things that's going to be like part of influencing other people that are making electronic music, just like Daft Punk was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely adding Fred again to my listening because, again, Porter Robinson, Maddion, all that. And I'd never heard them until now, so
yeah,
it's
definitely.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your remarks, Jesse. We're going to be listening to another song that you brought to share with us right after this.
Yeah.